All right. As promised a year ago today, I said I'd be back telling you about how they synced up the Chicago Bulls with Michael Jordan's birthday. And thank you again to everyone who supports the Patreon. We just rolled 6 straight games with the Bulls, improving what we did last year. Last year, they set up the ritual so that we could roll 4 straight games with the Bulls. This year, we were able to roll 6 because every single year, the Chicago Bulls pay tribute to Michael Jordan's birthday in the post-Jordan era. And what a ritual it was. We're going to talk about how 33 years ago, Jordan wore the number 12, as yesterday the Bucks picked up their 12th straight win over the Bulls. Again, you guys, the NBA, the NFL, the MLB, the world of professional sports, the World Cup, I'm proving it day after day, is rigged and scripted, and you can see right through it if you know the Kabbalistic language of Gematria, the practice of coding numbers into words. This stuff is undeniable. The only people who are denying it are the people who suffer from cognitive dissonance and can't admit the obvious. But how did we just roll 6 straight games with the Bulls this year? We'll review what we did last year with rolling 4 straight games. Again, look at the Bulls' record, you guys. 26-33. They were 26-27, and then they lost 6 straight games, playing their 59th game of the year on Michael Jordan's last day of being 59 years old. And again, if you're new here, Gematria, you got to know it. So I just put this post together to make this nice and simple. In Gematria, and what's considered the most pure cipher, the alphabetic order with the rules numerology, Michael Jordan equals 59. And if you break it down, Michael equals 33 and Jordan equals 26. Michael 33, Jordan 26. The Bulls fall to 26-33. They stayed on 16 home wins on a 16-date numerology, which we'll get to as well. That was the number that showed us the Bucks should cover the spread, and we were smelling a 12-point victory for the Bucks for their 12th straight win over the Bulls 33 years after Jordan wore the number 12 jersey. But anyhow, the 6th straight loss also goes with 26. Powerful number relationship. Again, if you're new here, the Jesuits, who are the Society of Jesus, control the world. They are the military order of the Catholic Church. They invented the world as we know it. You know, all of these concepts go to Rome. Controlling a populace by entertaining them with the Colosseum. That's what it's all about, you guys. This is modern day Rome. They gave us the Bible numbered as we know it. In the 26th verse of the Bible, man is made on the 6th day. The name is Adam. Adam also equals 26. So does God. So does Bryant. So does Jordan. Kobe dead on the 26th day of the year while traveling from Catholic Mass. Remember, Kobe Bryant equals 41, dead on the Pope's 41st day of his age. We've covered it so many times. But notice the Bucks got their 12th straight win last night. Here's the standings. The column on the far right are win streaks. Bucks got their 12th straight win over the Bulls last night. Nice little 12. The Bulls got their 6th straight loss. And notice it was 33 years ago that Jordan wore the number 12. The story was his jersey was missing, so they stuck him in a 12. I doubt that was the case. Again, it's all about number rituals. And understand, the same people controlling the league back then doing it by the numbers are controlling it now. And just like how you write out seasons of a story years in advance, and then you release the story by the numbers over the years in TV, whatever, magazine, book fashion, movie fashion. It's the same type of thing. I can almost guarantee you that the day that Jordan's 12 was worn, they had this ritual planned for 33 years later. Look how most media captures the moment, even him next to a number 33. Again, this was 1990, 33 years ago. Again, Michael 33 years later, they go into the All-Star break on 33 losses as the Bucks pick up the 12th straight, staying on 12 away wins against the Bulls. And again, just for the record, in Gematria, Magic's 33. And there does seem to be some kind of ritual magic to all of this. Let's not forget what happened to Alex Smith, who snapped his leg on the 33-year anniversary of Joe Theismann snapping his leg in the same spot on the same hash mark. That was November 18th, the 322nd day of the year, as J.J. Watt, born on 322, broke his leg. And then we saw, a few years later, down on the 33rd parallel with Devin Booker, we saw his nose get broken right at 3:22 on the clock as Jerry Colangelo, the owner of the Suns' wife, sat courtside with a big white T-shirt of Steve Nash with a broken nose for that same game. Again, Kabbalah, Tree of Life, 3 pillars, 22 paths. Genesis 3:22 about the Tree of Life, knowing good and evil. Genesis also equals 33. Anyway, notice the score last night's game, 112-100. Here, let me put it back up there for you so you can see with your own eyes. 112-100. You don't know how often we talk about these same numbers with these teams, how often they come up throughout the season. Again, you learn Gematria, you see through the rituals. This cipher right here is the alphabetic order with numerology. This cipher right here is just the alphabetic order, no numerology, just the alphabetic order, where Magic's 33, Chicago Bulls is 112, Milwaukee's 100, 112-100. The word mathematics is 112. The Jesuits operate in 112 countries. Catholicism's 112. Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, they're all Catholics. Run the alphabetic order in reverse. Chicago Bulls is 212. What's 100 plus 112? 212. You see what a big ceremony and ritual this game was? In tribute to Jordan on the eve of his birthday, his last day of being 59 in Black History Month, the month that ends on the 59th day of the year. I just want you to see what a sick joke it is. You see how Michael Jordan's 59 forwards, let me spell it right. 59 forwards, 76 in reverse. You see that? Look at slave, 59, 76. Ephesians 6, 5-9 about being a good slave. To be a good Christian, you got to be a good slave. Acts, the 44th book of the Bible. Acts 7:6 about 400 years of slavery. Remember who was number 44, like Acts, the 44th book of the Bible? Barack Obama, also from Chicago. Big Jordan fan, another 76. His book of Promised Land, 5976, released on the day, leaving 44 days left in the year. But anyway, Slave 5976, Negro 5976, Blues, Rasta, Michael Jordan, Black Mamba. It's another 59. Anyhow, going through the rituals last year. Again, this is why you got to know the 4 ciphers. Alphabetic order, forwards and backwards with numerology. What was the ritual last year that we spotted? The Bulls were 19-8 at home. We noticed their next 4 games before Jordan's birthday were all at home, and if they won all 4, they'd be 23-8. What did they do? They won the next 4, 23-8. And the thing is, when you can roll games, when you can be confident about, that's where you can make a lot of money, when you can roll games. And the thing was, there were some nice games just in this 6-game stretch for the Bulls. The game against the Magic. Magic were a pretty solid underdog. Nice payout if they beat the Bulls, and they sure did, because the Bulls were on their way to 26-33 for Michael Jordan. And remember, Kobe's birthday is the 23rd day of the 8th month, 238. And in the same cipher where Michael Jordan's 113, so is Kobe Bryant. And so is the National Basketball Association, 113. Can't get enough of it. Remember on January 13th, all day, ESPN was hyping the game between the 2 bottom dwellers, Spurs and Warriors. And I said, they're doing this because it's 113. Go back and look at what the winning score of that game was, 113. Because it's all scripted. Remember the other year in the NBA Finals when the score of the game kept finishing with 113? And they did it for the first 3 games. And then they nearly did it for the 4th game. But then the 4th game, just in the closing seconds, the guy went to lay into the court and laid it in. And someone probably told me, we better not do 4 games 113. They might catch on. But again, you learn your gematria. Kobe Bryant, 41, dead at age 41. Kobe Bryant, 157 in reverse, dead on the 157th day of his age in a supposed accident, Check it out, 44 days before he died. Go back and look at the headline from 44 days before he died. It was 113 days from his birthday. Supposedly helped out with a car accident. 58, the real King James dead at 58. King James passed Kobe in points scored in Kobe's hometown, Philly, the day before Kobe died, right? So, with that said, speaking of death, speaking of 33 years since he wore the number 12, remember what happened to his dad 33 days after he won his 3rd NBA Finals? Notice, NBA Finals, 33 forwards, 57 in reverse, 33 days after Jordan won his third NBA Finals, his dad died at age 57. And if you go back and look, his father died. Let me see. Where's it at? His father died where on the side of where routes 95 and 74 intersect, where routes 95 and 74 intersect. Again, what am I telling you? The Society of Jesus, who is the Jesuit order, is doing all of this. Here's more proof. The Jesuits were created to counter the 95 Theses. Jordan, with the Bulls, used to come out to the song Sirius. You know, when Jordan, they came out to that music. Your Chicago Bulls. That music, that song that's playing is called Sirius. Sirius, 95. Now, the Society of Jesus, 74, right? Pros, 74. Story of Jesus is the gospel, 74. Parables, what Jesus spoke in, which are riddles, 74. Messiah, which Jesus was, 74. Killing, 74. Look up the song Gematria, the killing name. Gematria, 74. Like English, like energy, like occult, like Masonic. Modern Freemasonry is a Jesuit creation. So, when you think of Jesus and the cross, you probably think of age 33, right? So, Jordan's father, Michael, 33. 33 days after the NBA Finals, his father's dead at Route 74 and Route 95. His father's name is it here, let me get Michael Jordan's father's name. The day he died, July 23rd, some people contend that is the day for the Heliacal Rising of Sirius. Let me see if I got this right. James Raymond Jordan Sr. Yeah, you see how in the most simple cipher it's 237? What day did he die? He died on the 23rd day of the 7th month, day the majority of the world writes 23/7. Gematria, the killing name, showing this stuff day after day, week after week, with nearly every celebrity death, every contrived news story, every rigged election, every rigged sports game, calling futures left and right year after year. Haters can hate. Yeah, we did take 3 teams before the season began to win the Super Bowl. We took the Bills, we took the Chiefs, and we took the Bucks. We thought they all had a number in the narrative to win the championship. Guess what? Chiefs hit. Yeah, it wasn't the greatest payout in years. I mean, years we've hit on 40-1 futures, but you know what? A win's a win. And the work proved itself again in spades. And why did we take the Chiefs? Because Len Dawson, who was in the first ever Super Bowl, the Chiefs quarterback, who lost Super Bowl 1 but won Super Bowl 4, he died on Kobe Bryant Day. Kobe died right before Mahomes won his first Super Bowl, but he died exactly 172 days before the Super Bowl, while the city of Kansas City was 172 years old. And again, Garrett Reed, Andy Reid's son, who was born on the 103rd day of the year, died for this Super Bowl. Knows his name's 172. The first Kelsey Brothers Super Bowl, or the first Brothers Super Bowl in terms of players on the field. We already had it 10 years earlier between coaches, John and Jim. John equals 47. John won Super Bowl 47 in the Harbaugh brothers. But Travis Kelsey, also another 172. And if you guys didn't know, the Super Bowl was on his 131st day of his age, and he came into the game with 131 receptions this season. And he also came into the game with 87 career touchdowns, wearing number 87 like his brother plays for the Eagles, the 87 team. A lot of tight ends wear 87 because tight end's 87. But yeah, anyway, congrats to the winners. And I promise I'll be back next year on Jordan's birthday talking about how they synced up the Bulls season with Jordan, because they do it every year. And the only thing that was missing this year is they did not have a game for the University of North Carolina this year. Last year they did, and last year it was a major upset. Of course, Jordan went to UNC. But last year, the game for Jordan's birthday with UNC paid 8-1. Shout out to Kayla Decode Talker, who caught that. I should have been looking at that one. So anyhow, we'll keep this one short and sweet so more people watch it. But as promised, and for those of you guys who are mad that I didn't give out the free picks this year for Jordan's birthday, they were on Patreon, and I gave you the knowledge last year, and I gave you more than just those 4 Jordan picks. Notice last night, Jordan's other team, the Wizards, won. And by the way, for people who join Patreon, I put out information like this every day. We look at each basketball game, we weigh it out, we look at the date numerology. Date numerology has been smashing with the NBA this year. And we look at both games. I weigh out both sides and let you guys make the call, but I weigh it out the way I look. So, like last night, Bucks and Bulls. We've been saying for all these games that the Bulls should fall to 26 and 33. So everyone's already on this, but I stay weigh out both narratives so you can look. But you can see the majority of the weight in that decode on the side of the Bucks game. Things that are bolded, those are things that are in the more powerful numerology, the more powerful gematria. You can see there's a lot more bold on the Bucks side of the equation, plus falling to 26 and 33. In the Wizards T-Wolves game, the only bold is on the side of the Wizards. The T-Wolves could fall to 16 and 16 at home on the 16 date numerology. Date numerology has been smashing this season. Exactly what happened. And that's how structured the games are. It's all scripted. You learn the knowledge, you see how the games are scripted. And then in the Clippers and Suns game, there is, look, on the Suns side of the equation, they did have a chance to give the Clippers the 16th away loss, so you got to weigh that. But then on the Clippers side, they had the TNT number, they had the date numerology, they had staying on 15 road losses on the 47th day of the year, they had the conference standings. They did pick up their 19th win in the conference, beating the Suns. Again, all this stuff's occult. Here, I was just telling you all those 74 occult words. Occult 74. We were talking about this. Jesus. Tarot is another one of those. The 19th card in the tarot deck is the Sun card. A lot of 19s playing this year with the Suns. Clippers get their 19th conference win, stay on 16 conference losses, and the Suns fell to 9-1 in the division. Big number there in Phoenix, the Phoenix Suns. So again, you use the knowledge, you win a lot more than you lose. There are some days where we feel a little bit dumbfounded. A guy the other day is like, how did the Blazers win this game? And I'm kind of shrugging my shoulders and saying, man, sometimes the perfect riddle doesn't come through. That's why you don't bet the house. But if you looked at my notes that day, there was a lot more for the Blazers. They ended up losing the game. The Blazers have seemed to do that quite a bit this season. Again, and that's why you pay attention to this thing goes on. It's like, I might skip the Blazers game tonight just because the Blazers have, knocked our teeth out a few times. But yeah, again, all of the weight yesterday was on all three sides of the winning equation. All of where the weight was yesterday were all wins. So Bucks covered the spread. Wizards had the bold in the date numerology. Got it done. T-Wolves fell to 16 and 16 all time in the series. Date numerology could have gone either way in the Clippers-Suns game, but just more weight on the Clippers side for reasons to think they'd win. Gematria. Been proving it for a decade, you guys. All of my critics are liars and frauds. Again, that channel that's dedicated to slandering me, nothing but a liar and fraud. Every video he makes is bullshit. And again, it's why there's so many people that stay around loyally month after month using the knowledge, Anyhow, we'll leave it there for now. Shout out to Monique, who chipped in 2023. Appreciate that. Shout out to Open Up, who hit with the easy 3-team parlay last night. And anyhow, do appreciate the super chats. Thank you for the generosity. For people on the sports channel saying, how do you do a super chat? It's over on, this is streaming on 2 channels right now, Gematria Effect Sports and Gematria Effect News 25. I'm going to do another stream right now on Gematria Effect News 25. Everyone's asking me about that Nicola Bowley, who's dead 74 days after the King's 74th birthday. And don't forget how on the King's 74th birthday, we heard about the murders at the Virginia Cavaliers, where those who fought for King Charles in the historical past were called Cavaliers. And then we also heard about the deaths at Moscow, Idaho, which is spelled like Moscow, and King Charles is the first king of Russian ancestry, and Moscow equals 74. So, yeah, the whole Nicola Bowley thing is now 74 days after his birthday. Big story in the UK right now. A lot of people ask me to cover it. If you care about that, go sub Gematria Effect News 25. I'll start streaming pretty soon. MindSnap Music wants to call in. Here, I'll open up the line for you. I assume you know the number to call in. Don't call in unless your name's MindSnap Music, because I was going to end this stream, but they got something to say. All right, the line's open, MindSnap Music. 509-560-4982. 509-560-4982. And I'm We'll stand by for that call. Here, while we stand by for the call, again, is this MindSnap music?
3-685-5176. I'm not available to take your...
Hold on. I know why it did that. Hold up. All right, call back. Call back now. I had to. If you put on the silence unknown callers feature, for some reason the phone app doesn't work, and I have to put on that silence unknown callers because the trolls are always hogging up the line. But all right, try it again. Try it again. It will work. So. All right, 203.
I tuned into the stream a little bit after you got started, so I'm not sure if you mentioned anything about this. I went to go see the movie Ant-Man last night, Marvel. And you know, they got like 20 previews before the movie. So I found it interesting that the first preview was for that new Ben Affleck, Matt Damon movie about Michael Jordan. Called Air. And it comes out on April 5th. So you got like the 4 or 5.
Illinois 45. He wore 45 for a period of time in his career. Yeah.
So here's the weird part. The next preview right after that was for the new Creed movie, which is produced or directed by Michael P. Jordan.
Right.
So they put that like right on the big name on the screen, and that is coming out on March 3rd.
3-3, Michael.
So what I'm trying to say is it's like they're reinforcing it by doing it in the theaters too. Like everyone who goes to see a Marvel movie is going to probably get hit with those previews.
And again, for people who don't get it, the same Jesuits that control Michael Jordan in the NBA, they control Hollywood, they control the Oval Office, they control your nightly news. The Jesuits are the Illuminati. And for people who don't know, the Illuminati, it was established May 1st, 1776 by the Jesuit Adam Weishaupt. This is a real thing.
Anyway, that's all. I just wanted to add that if you hadn't brought it up. Thank you, Zach.
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I didn't even know the new Michael Jordan movie was coming out. But, yeah, we'll leave it there for now. Again, congrats to the winners. Thank you to the super chatters. I'm always amazed by how few tippers I have in light of how much I help people win and how low I charge each month. But people will be people. And that's also, but by the way, for all you guys who are mad that I didn't put it out for free, I probably would have put it out for free, but I was suspended for 2 weeks. And then I would have only been able to get on here on Gematria Effect Sports and tell you at the tail end of the riddle. And the reason I was suspended for 2 weeks, again, they suspended me the morning, about 30 minutes before the conference championship games began. And why do you think that Google suspended me for 2 weeks, 30 minutes before the conference? It's because they don't want me exposing what I expose about how rigged these leagues are. And by the way, if you guys didn't know, there were a lot of empty seats at the Super Bowl this year, so I think we are making a difference. In the time I've been here, NFL ratings have gone down, empty seats at the Super Bowl this year, and people are waking up, you know? So 2 week suspension just in time, and that blocked me out through the Super Bowl and everything. I was finally able to stream after the game, but yeah, for all you guys only on Gematria Effect Sports, sub my other channels, GematriaEffectNews 25 is where I'm most active, but I still have 24, 23, 22. For the record, Gematria Effect Sports is on the verge of deletion. One more strike and it'll be all the way gone. GematriaEffectNews 22, same thing. One more strike, it's all the way gone. The reason I have so many channels is because I'm constantly suspended and I have to shuffle. And I get suspended for doing videos just like this. Sometimes they'll call a video like this hate speech. So... all right, congrats to the winners. Keep hating haters. It's not going to help you. Till next time.